press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
Hello students, welcome to part 26th of chemical bonding. So in the previous classes we had gone through the different concepts of chemical bonding. Under that we have learned so many things. Today we are going to have a continued session, that means the competitive part of this particular chapter, that is chemical bonding. Before going to start the chemical bonding chapter and before going to start solving the questions based upon this particular chemical bonding chapter, you need to do one thing, that is you must revise all the previous concepts and all the important concepts you just note down in your book. Okay, before going to start the chemical bonding chapter discussion, you must know the small things and small concepts regarding the chemical bonding. Okay, let us have a discussion of competitive questions on this chemical bonding chapter. Okay, the very first question it is, among the following molecule possessing highest dipole moment is. The very first question, it is regarding the dipole moment. What is meant by dipole moment here? Dipole moment, it is represented by mu. It is equal to product of magnitude of charge and the distance between them. It is called the dipole moment. If we want to represent the dipole moment for different molecules, means we have to consider either their charge, distance, and followed by the spatial arrangement of atoms around the central atom also plays an important role in deciding the dipole moment of the molecules. Okay, with regards to that, we have to take the examples of the very first example. It is carbon dioxide molecule. Okay, what is the structure of this carbon dioxide molecule? The structure of carbon dioxide molecule is a linear structure. So as we already know that the moment of dipole, it takes place from the atom with lower electronegativity to higher electronegative atom. The moment of dipole, it takes place from the atom with lower electronegativity to the atom with more electronegativity. Among carbon and oxygen, oxygen will have more electronegativity. That is why the moment of dipole moment that takes place from carbon to oxygen here, and one more carbon and oxygen dipole will take place like this. That means in this particular example, dipole moments of each carbon oxygen bonds are in an opposite direction. One dipole moment is one direction, another dipole moment is in another direction, such that the dipole moments of both the atoms cancel with each other and the net dipole moment of this particular molecule is equal to 0. Okay, ಕೇಳಿರೋ question ಏನಪ್ಪ, among the following molecule possessing highest dipole moment ಅಂತಿದೆ, but the very first molecule carbon dioxide, it is having 0 dipole moment because of the cancellation of bond dipoles like this. And the second one is regarding the formation of BF3 molecule. What is the structure of BF3 molecule? This will be the structure of BF3 molecule, because in BF3 molecule boron hybridization is sp2, shape of hybridization sp2, that is given by trigonal planar. So here the arrangement of fluorine atoms around the boron, it is like this. One fluorine atom, it is directed upwards, and two fluorine atoms, it is directed downwards. Again, the moment of dipole, it is takes place from less electronegative atom to more electronegative atom. That is, among fluorine and boron, which one is having less electronegativity? Boron. Fluorine is the most electronegative element na, such that the moment of dipole that takes place from the less electronegative boron atom to more electronegative fluorine atom. Here also the same thing is repeated, from less electronegative boron to more electronegative fluorine. Again, from less electronegative boron to more electronegative fluorine, such that if we consider the resultant direction of these two BF bonds, boron and fluorine bonds, the resultant dipole moment is downwards. Both are directed towards downwards na. If we consider the resultant dipole moments of these two bonds, it is directed towards downwards. And one more bond is there, its direction is upwards. Here also the dipole moments of both the bonds cancel with each other, and hence their dipole moment is equal to 0. In BF3 molecule also, because of the arrangement of atoms like this, its dipole moment is tends to 0. Okay, then one more example, that is third one, SO2 molecule. SO2 molecule, what will be the arrangement of SO2 molecule? What is the structure of SO2 molecule? This will be the structure of SO2 molecule, followed by this sulfur atom will have one lone pair of electrons. Structure of this SO2 molecule is like this, followed by the sulfur atom should have a lone pair of electrons on it. Because of the presence of lone pairs, direction of dipole moment should be towards the lone pairs. As I already explained this concept in the previous classes, direction of dipole moment for a lone pair of electrons is towards the lone pairs. Lone pairs na kadege movement irutade, followed by among sulfur and oxygen atoms electronegativity is exceeds than sulfur, such that the moment of dipole moment is away from the sulfur. It is takes place from sulfur to oxygen here. The moment of bond dipole, it takes place from less electronegative sulfur to more electronegative oxygen here. The same thing is repeated for these two atoms also. Here also from sulfur to oxygen. Okay, as like in the previous example BF3, here also the direction of lone pairs is in upward direction, and the direction resultant direction of these SO is in a downward direction. But here you must concentrate on this particular example, that is you must be very careful that the bond dipole of lone pair of electrons is different from the bond dipole of bond pairs. Okay, illi even though the direction of the bond dipoles are in an opposite direction, there is no cancellation of bonds takes place. Yavude karanakku illi bonds cancellation agodilla as like in BF3, because in BF3 all the bonds are only B and F that takes place in between the B and F. Those were bonded pair electrons, all are same. That is why there is a cancellation takes place. But here the cancellation does not takes place, because it should include a lone pair and a bond pair of electrons, and the bond dipoles or dipole moment for a lone pair of electrons and a bond pair of electrons is not same. That is why there is no cancellation of bond dipoles takes place, since its dipole moment is not equal to 0. Dipole moment yav karanakku illi 0 irodilla, it is greater than 0. It has some value, but it is not exactly equal to 0. Is it clear? Yes. And one more example, that is trans 2-butene. Trans 2-butene. What is meant by this word trans? Trans means if the arrangement of atoms around the, or arrangement of groups or atoms around the central atom are on the same direction. ಸೇಮ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎರಡು ಆಟಮ್ಸ್ ಅಥವಾ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ಸ್ ಇತ್ತು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಸಿಸ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೇವೆ. ಇಫ್ ದ ಸೇಮ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಆರ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟೆಡ್ ಟುವರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ದಿ ಆಪೋಸಿಟ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್, if those two same groups are placed in a opposite direction, means that is a trans conformation. Okay, trans 2-butene, trans 2-butene anta kariteve, because here the arrangement of same groups, that is CH3 takes place in a opposite direction, followed by the same two hydrogen atoms are placed in a opposite direction. In such cases, among this hydrogen and this carbon with a double bond or a triple bonds are most electronegative in nature. Okay, that is why the moment of bond dipole takes place from less electronegative hydrogen to more electronegative carbon. Here also the same thing is repeated, from less electronegative hydrogen to more electronegative carbon. One more thing it is, if you consider the CH3 molecule with carbon with a double bond, carbon with a double bonded carbon is most electronegative than CH3 molecule. Here, because of the same type of groups, the bond dipole of this group is equal to this group. Both are in an opposite direction. They cancel with each other. Okay, the bond dipoles of the same groups, ಇದು ಕೂಡ ಅಪೋಸಿಟ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಇದೆ, ಇದು ಕೂಡ ಅಪೋಸಿಟ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಇದೆ. ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ ಆಗಿರೋ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ಸ್ ಕೂಡ ಕಾಮನ್ ಇದೆ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಡೈಪೋಲ್ಸ್ ಕಾಮನ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ದೇ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ಸಲ್ ವಿತ್ ಈಚ್ ಅದರ್ ಅಂಡ್ ದೀಸ್ ಟು ಆಲ್ಸೋ CH and CH, both the bonds are same, both are having same bond dipoles. That is why they cancel with each other to form their value of dipole moment is equal to 0. So what will be the right answer then? The option third, SO2 molecule will have maximum dipole among this carbon dioxide, boron trifluoride and trans 2 butene. It is clear regarding the first option, first question, that is SO2 will be the molecule is having more maximum dipole moment. Okay, next we will move on to the next question, that is next question is regarding the bond angle in water molecule is nearly, or directed bonds in water molecules forms an angle of. Okay, for this molecule you have to consider the structure of water molecule. What is the structure of water molecule? Okay, in order to find out the structure of water molecule, we need to know about the hybridization of water molecule. Okay, the oxygen atom in water molecule is sp3 hybridized. How can we calculate the hybridization of this? By using the formula x is equal to half into V plus M minus C plus A. This concept were already discussed in the previous videos. Okay, what is this V indicates? V indicates the valence electrons on central atom among H2O molecule. Which will become the central atom? ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಆಟಮ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿಕಮ್ ದ ಸೆಂಟ್ರಲ್ ಆಟಮ್. ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಸೆಂಟ್ರಲ್ ಆಟಮ್ ಅಂತ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ ಅಂದರೆ, ಒಂದು ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ಆಟಮ್ ಲೆಸ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಸೆಂಟ್ರಲ್ ಆಟಮ್ ಅಂತ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಅಮಾಂಗ್ H2O molecule, oxygen is present in only one number and 2 hydrogens were present. That is why oxygen atom will act as a central atom. Okay, here V stands for valence electrons of oxygen. How many valence electrons are there for oxygen? There were 6 valence electrons, plus M stands for monovalent atoms attached to the central atom. These 2 hydrogen atoms are monovalent atoms na. How many hydrogen atoms are there here? We have 2 hydrogen atoms. This water molecule is completely neutral and which do not carry any type of positive and negative charges. Since it do not have any charges, cation and anionic charges are absent here. Okay, 6 plus 2, 8, 8 by 2 is 4. If the value of X is 4, then the type of hybridization will be sp3. Type of hybridization will be sp3. Then we have to calculate the lone pair of electrons present in this central atom. How can we calculate it? By dividing the value of X minus number of terminal atoms. Number of terminal atoms. Value of X is 4. Followed by number of terminal atoms. How many number of terminal atoms are attached here? 2 hydrogen atoms. 4 minus 2, that is 2 lone pairs. Okay, in oxygen molecule, in water molecule, 2 lone pair of electrons were present on the oxygen atom. How many lone pairs are present? 2 lone pairs are present here. Okay, then the bond angle in water molecule is nearly, ಎಷ್ಟಿರ್ತದೆ bond angle? Usually if the hybridization of the molecule is sp3, then it should exhibit 109 degree 28 minute. Alva? If the nature of hybridization is sp3, then it will have 109 degree 28 minute bond angle. But even though that molecule is having sp3 hybridization, that molecule's bond angle is not entirely depends upon this hybridization, but it depends upon the arrangement of lone pairs and bond pair electrons. ಒಂದು ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲಿನ ಸೆಂಟ್ರಲ್ ಆಟಮ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಲೋನ್ ಪೇರ್ಸ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಷ್ಟು ಆ ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲಿನ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಆಂಗಲ್ ರೆಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಹಿಯರ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಪ್ರೆಸೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ 2 ಲೋನ್ ಪೇರ್ಸ್ ಹಿಯರ್, 2 lone pairs ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ, ರಿಪಲ್ಸಿವ್ ಇಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್ ಇನ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ದ ಲೋನ್ ಪೇರ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಲೋನ್ ಪೇರ್ಸ್. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ 1 lone pair This is another lone pair. As I already explained in the VS EPR theory, that is lone pair interactions are very stronger, followed by lone pair bond pair interactions, followed by bond pair interactions, such that here we have two lone pair interactions, such that e lone pair repulsive interaction ಆಗೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಇದು ಈ ತರ ಬೆಂಡ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ, followed by this lone pairs and this bond pairs repulsive interaction ಆಗಿಬಿಟ್ಟು this bond angle it has been decreased from 109 degree 28 minute to 104 degree 30 minutes. Okay, molecules hybridization is common, but based upon the arrangement of lone pair of electrons, ಎಷ್ಟು ಲೋನ್ ಪೇರ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಇದೆ ಸೆಂಟ್ರಲ್ ಆಟಮ್ ಮೇಲೆ, ಅದರ ಬೇಸ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಆಂಗಲ್ ಡಿಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಇಫ್ ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಸಿಂಗಲ್ electron pair is present in between sp3 hybridized carbon or hybridized any element means that can exhibit 107 degree. Okay, here we have two lone pair of electrons, that is why the bond angle is reduced from 109.28 minute to 104.30. Okay, which one is the right option here? Option 4, 104 degree 30 minutes, or in some text they have given like this 104.5 degree anta koಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಾರೆ, both are same. Okay, ಇಲ್ಲಿ 109 degree 28 minute ಕೂಡ ಇದೆ, that is wrong because of the arrangement of lone pair electrons and because of the repulsive interactions, that bond angle is reduced to 104 degree 30 minutes. This concept is explained on the basis of VS EPR theory. You must remember this. Okay, is it clear? For second question, option 4 will be the correct answer, 104 degree 30 minutes. Okay, next. Next question. BCl3 molecule is planar while NCl3 molecule is pyramidal because of. So they have given two examples here. One, it is BCl3 followed by NCl3. Okay, in order to explain their shape of the molecules, we cannot explain their shape directly. First, we can predict the hybridization of the particular molecule, followed by we can identify whether the lone pair of electrons present on the central atom or not. Based upon those arrangements, we can came to know the shape of the molecule. Okay, first BCl3 molecule. How can we calculate the hybridization of BCl3 molecule? Again with the same formula, that is half into V plus M minus C plus A. Here the central atom is B, half into valence electrons on central atom. How many valence electrons are there on central atom? Boron 3 valence electrons are there. Haudalva? Hydrogen, helium, lithium, beryllium, boron. Atomic number of boron is 5 and it is having 3 valence electrons plus number of monovalent atoms. Cl atom is a monovalent atom, na? It can have single bond capacity. That is why how many monovalent atoms are there here? We have 3 monovalent atoms. Since the molecule is neutral, it does not have any charge, these values are 0. There is no cation and there is no anion. Okay, 3 plus 3, 6 by 2 is 3. If the value of X is 3, then the type of hybridization will be sp2, right? Okay, if you want to know whether the lone pair of electrons are present in BCl3 or not, how can we calculate it? Lone pair of electrons can be calculated by X minus number of terminal atoms, Okay, value of X estidepa 3 ಇದೆ, 3 minus how many number of terminal atoms are there here? We have 3 terminal atoms. 3 minus 3 is equal to 0. Since in BCl3 molecule, central atom which do not have any lone pair of electrons, all the electrons in BCl3 molecule are utilized for bond formation and it do not have any lone pair of electrons. ಯಾವ molecule ಅಲ್ಲಿ lone pair of electrons ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಆ molecule ನ structure change ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಆ molecule ನ shape change ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. Okay, that means it is sp2 hybridized, its shape will be trigonal planar geometry. It is having what? Trigonal planar geometry. Okay, is it clear? Then followed by NCl3. Okay, the same thing is repeated for here. We have to identify its hybridization. How can we identify it? By using this formula. Here also X is equal to half into valence electrons on central atom. Nitrogen will become the central atom. Valence electrons present in nitrogen are 5. Alva? Atomic number of nitrogen is 7. 2 electrons are there in a ground state and remaining 5 electrons will be the valence electrons. Plus monovalent atoms. There will be 3 monovalent atoms are present. Since the molecule is neutral, which do not carry any charge. Okay, value of X is equal to 5 plus 3, 8. 8 by 2 is 4. Value of X is 4. If the value of X is 4 means that is sp3 hybridization. Hybridization of the molecule will be what? sp3 hybridization. Right. Now we have to calculate the lone pair of electrons. X minus number of terminal atoms. Value of X is what? 4. And how many terminal atoms are there here? 3 terminal atoms and we have 1 lone pair. ನೋಡಿ BL3 molecule ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸೆಂಟ್ರಲ್ ಆಟಮ್ ಬೋರಾನ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ರೀತಿ ಲೋನ್ ಪೇರ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಬಟ್ ಇನ್ ಕೇಸ್ ಆಫ್ NCl3 molecule ದ ಸೆಂಟ್ರಲ್ ನೈಟ್ರೋಜನ್ ಆಟಮ್ ವಿಲ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ 1 ಸೆಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಲೋನ್ ಪೇರ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಲೋನ್ ಪೇರ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಇದೆ. ಯಾವಾಗ ಸೆಂಟ್ರಲ್ ಆಟಮಿನ ಮೇಲೆ ಲೋನ್ ಪೇರ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ದಟ್ ಅಫೆಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ದಿ ಶೇಪ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್. ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್ ವಿಲ್ ಗೆಟ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟೆಡ್. ಈವನ್ ದೋ ದಿಸ್ ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್ ಇಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ sp3 hybridization, the structure of the molecule it will get distorted. sp3 ಬಂದಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಟೆಟ್ರಾಹೆಡ್ರಲ್ ಜಾಮಿಟ್ರಿನೇ ಬರಬೇಕಂತೇನಿಲ್ಲ. Because of the presence of lone pair, sp3 with a single lone pair, it can exhibit a pyramidal geometry. That is, the shape is like this, pyramidal with a single lone pair of electrons. Okay, tetrahedral geometry agidra, in place of this lone pair we have one more bonded pair electron irta ittu, but here it is sp3 hybridization along with the single lone pair agirodrinda that bond pair's place is replaced by single lone pair. Okay, now while explaining the shape of the molecules we can consider only the bonded pair electrons, not the lone pair of electrons. ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲಿನ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ನ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೈನ್ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ we can consider its lone pairs, but shape ಅನ್ನು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೈನ್ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ we do not consider the lone pair of electrons. You just remember this concept. While explaining the shape of the molecules, we can consider only the arrangement of atoms, bonded pair atoms ಅನ್ನು ಮಾತ್ರ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, not the lone pair of electrons. That is why in case of BCl3 molecule, it is trigonal planar geometry na hondirutte, and in case of NCl3 molecule, it is having pyramidal geometry. What is the geometry of this molecule? It is pyramidal geometry. Is it clear? Yes. Which option is correct regarding that? Option 1, BCl3 does not have lone pair of electrons on B, but NCl3 has one lone pair of electrons on N. Okay, that will be the correct option according to which theory? According to VS EPR theory. Okay, is it clear? Okay, next. So the next question will be, the mode of hybridization on carbon in a C3O2 molecule is, the given molecule is a C3O2. In order to explain the hybridization of the molecules, first we have to write the structure of the molecules. We have to write the structure of the molecules first. So this will be the structure of C3O2 molecule. C followed by 2 oxygen atoms, and all the valencies of attaching atoms are satisfied here. Oxygen atom will have 2 bonds capacity, carbon atom will have 4 bonds capacity, here also, and the last oxygen also, it is satisfying its valency, that is its valency is 2. That means the maximum bond possibilities for oxygen is 2. It is forming a 2 bonds here. Okay, then what is the nature of hybridization on carbon anta kelidare? Here we have to consider 3 carbon atoms. Here we have 3 carbon atoms. Okay, if in between any 2 atoms like AB, if all the bonds present in between them are single bonds, means that is sp3 hybridization. ಯಾವುದೇ ಎರಡು ಆಟಮ್ಗಳ ನಡುವೆ ಜನರೇಟ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಬಾಂಡ್ಸ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ರೆ that is sp3 hybridization. If those atoms are combined by two bonds in which one bond is a sigma bond, another bond will be a pi bond. Okay, next, if three bonds were present means three bonds present ಇದ್ರೆ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಎರಡು ಪೈ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಒಂದು ಸಿಗ್ಮಾ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ನೀವು ಒಂದನ್ನ ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೋಬೇಕು, in between any two atoms there is only one sigma bond is possible, and in between any two atoms maximum two pi bonds are possible. Here also we have in between this carbon atom and oxygen atom, first bond formed is the sigma bond and the second bond will be pi bond. In between carbon atom, first bond is a sigma bond, second will be pi bond. Here also same, sigma and pi. Since each carbon atom here, it can form two sigma bonds followed by two pi bonds. In between any two atoms, two pi bonds are present means, okay, that explains the sp hybridization. Okay, the hybridization of this carbon atom is sp because it is having two pi bonds. Okay, this carbon atom will also have two pi bonds, that is why its hybridization is also sp. This last carbon atom will also have two pi bonds followed by two sigma bonds, its hybridization is also sp hybridization. Then which hybridization or which option is correct for this? The mode of hybridization of carbon in C3O2 molecule is sp, that is option 1 is the correct answer, that is sp hybridization. Right, next, the next question will be based on molecular orbital theory. That is, according to molecular orbital theory, B2 molecule has boron molecule. What is the atomic number of boron here? 5. Two boron atoms are there means each boron atom will have 5 electrons, and two boron atoms means in total we are having how many electrons? 10 electrons. 10 electrons ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಈ 10 electrons ಅನ್ನು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ನಾವೇನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು? We have to identify the bond order of B2 molecule. Based upon that bond order value, we can predict the different properties of this B2 molecule, whether the bond formed between two boron atoms are sigma bonds, bond formed between them are pi bonds, whether they are paramagnetic, whether they are diamagnetic, and all these properties could be explained on the basis of the nature of bond order. Then how can we calculate the bond order of this? 10. Okay, it is 10 means it is less than 14 electron system ge bartade according to molecular orbital theory. Less than 14 electron system bandaga nanu ಏನು ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೋಬೇಕಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೇನೆ, you have to remember this concept, that is 2-1-2-1. You have to follow this trick, 2-1-2-1. Okay, the remaining thing is common, that is sigma 1s, sigma star 1s, sigma 2s, sigma star 2s. ಇಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೂ ಎರಡು ಗ್ರೇಟರ್ ದೆನ್ 14 ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಫಾಲೋಡ್ ಬೈ ಲೆಸ್ ದೆನ್ 14 ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೂ ಕಾಮನ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಬಟ್ ದ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಟೇಕ್ಸ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ಸಿಗ್ಮಾ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ 2s ಇಂದ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಇನ್ ಕೇಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಲೆಸ್ ದೆನ್ 14 ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ 2 ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ವಾಟ್? ಪೈ 2px is equal to pi 2py. ಅದಾದ ನಂತರ 1 ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ಸಿಗ್ಮಾ 2pz. 1 stands for what? Sigma 2pz ಬರ್ತದೆ. First sigma 1s, sigma star 1s, sigma 2s, sigma star 2s, followed by pi 2px, pi 2py. 2 stands for this and 1 stands for sigma 2pz. Clear ಆಯ್ತಲ್ಲ? Followed by this 2 again represents pi star 2px and pi star 2py. This one represents sigma star 2pz represent ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ. This is the only trick that you must remember it, 2-1-2-1. Okay, next, these 10 electrons can be distributed into these molecular orbitals. How can we distribute them? 2 electrons, 4 plus 2 8 plus 2 10 electrons. ಹೌದಲ್ವಾ? So 2 4 6 8 plus 2 10 electrons. ಹೌದಲ್ವಾ? Here these pi 2px and pi 2py atomic molecular orbitals which have single electrons here. That is why the bond formed in between this boron molecule, it will be pi bond, not the sigma bond. ಇಲ್ಲಿ sigma 2pz ಗೆ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಎಂಟರ್ ಆಗಿದ್ರೆ that may form a sigma bond. ಓಕೆ, ನಾವು ಇಲ್ಲಿ VBT ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೈನ್ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ಹೇಳಿದ್ವಿ, ಇನ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ಎನಿ ಟು ಆಟಮ್ಸ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಫಾರ್ಮಡ್ ವಿಲ್ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ಬಿ ದ ಸಿಗ್ಮಾ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಅಂತ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಒಂದು ವಿತೌಟ್ ದ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಆಫ್ ಸಿಗ್ಮಾ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ದೇ ಮೇ ಎಕ್ಸಿಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಪೈ ಬಾಂಡ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸಿಗ್ಮಾ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಮಾಡದೆ ಕೂಡ ಎರಡೂ ಬಾಂಡ್ಸ್ ಪೈ ಬಾಂಡ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು. ಆ ತರ ಪಾಸಿಬಿಲಿಟಿನ ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಆರ್ಬಿಟಲ್ ಥಿಯರಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೈನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ. ಹಿಯರ್ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಪಾಸಿಬಲ್ ಟು. ಓಕೆ, that is why because of the presence of electrons on pi 2px and pi 2py, it can form only the pi bonds. Okay, so in order to calculate its bond order, how can we calculate the bond order? Half into bonding molecular orbitals plus anti-bonding molecular orbitals. Okay, ಎಷ್ಟು electrons ಇದೆಯಪ್ಪ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ? minus it is b ಯ ಮೊದಲ electrons ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ? 2, 4 plus 2, 6, half into 6. Then anti-bonding molecular orbital alli 2, 4 ಇದೆ, 6 minus 4, that is 2 by 2, that is 1. Bond order for B2 molecule is 1. That means in between any two boron atoms, the only bond formation can take place. Bond order means that represents the number of bonds present in the atoms. In between the two atoms, ಎಷ್ಟು bonds formation ಇದೆ, that is explained by the bond order. Here we have only one bond order. That bond is a pi bond, not the sigma bond. Okay, in between any two boron atoms, the formation of a single bond takes place, and that bond is always a pi bond anta explain ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. And if you want to know about the magnetic property of this particular boron molecule, it is paramagnetic just because of the presence of unpaired electrons. Okay, while writing the molecular structure or while filling the electrons, if we find any one unpaired electrons, means that molecule is no doubt it is paramagnetic in nature. Okay, so this is regarding the explanation of B2. And which option is correct here? Option 1, only one pi bond is present. Second one, one sigma and one pi bond, that is wrong. Here we have only one pi bond. The third one, bond order is 2, that is also wrong here, because the bond order is 1 here, followed by it is diamagnetic. No, that is also wrong. Even though, because of the presence of unpaired electrons, this molecule is paramagnetic, not diamagnetic. So then which is the right answer here? Option 1 will be the right answer, that is it must have only one pi bond. Okay, ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ನು ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂಡ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಕೇಳಬಹುದು, ಪ್ಯಾರಾಮ್ಯಾಗ್ನೆಟಿಕ್ ಅಂತಾನೂ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಓನ್ಲಿ ಒನ್ ಪೈ ಬಾಂಡ್ ವಿತ್ ಪ್ಯಾರಾಮ್ಯಾಗ್ನೆಟಿಕ್ ನೇಚರ್ ಅಂತಾನೂ ಕೇಳಬಹುದು. ಓಕೆ, ಓಕೆ, ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್, so which is the next question here? The correct order of increasing covalent character is, the correct order of increasing covalent character is. So in order to discuss the covalent nature of the molecules, okay, covalent nature of the molecules which can be satisfactorily explained by Fazan's rules. ಹೌದಲ್ವಾ? Fazan's rules, ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲಿನ covalent nature ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ, whether it is having maximum covalency or whether it is having minimum covalent power, which can be explained by the Fazan's rules. Okay, according to him, he can set a few rules in order to explain the covalent nature. That is, the very first one, it is cationic size. If the cationic size of the molecule is less, smaller the size of cation, more will be its covalent character. Smaller the size of cation, covalent character, I can write it as a CC, that means covalent character. Covalent character ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗ್ತದೆ, followed by larger the size of anion, larger the size of anion, covalent character increases. Okay, we have to follow these two conditions. First, if the molecule is having smaller cationic size, then its covalent character increases, followed by larger the size of anion, more will be its covalent character. Okay, here among these examples, LiCl is given, NaCl is given, followed by BeCl2 is given. So, in order to explain the covalent nature, we have to look into the cation and anions. Okay, here all the examples are having same common anion here, Cl, Cl, Cl. All the three examples will have same common anion. Okay, that is why the discussion of this anion that should be restricted. Other discuss ಮಾಡುವಾಗತ್ತೆ all are having same covalent nature ಇದ್ದಂಗೆ. Okay, but they are differed by the size of cations. Okay, here we need to consider the size of cations, that is lithium followed by sodium and beryllium. Among these three elements, which element or which cation's atomic size is larger and which cation's atomic size is minimum anta nodkobeku. Okay, here down the group sodium which comes below the lithium atom, down the group ಏನಾಗ್ತದ, down the group atomic size increase ಆಗ್ತದ, because electrons they preferred to enter into the newer shells. ಹೊಸ shells ಗೆ ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಇದೊಂದು ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಡೌನ್ ದ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಬಂದಂಗೆ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಹೊಸ ಶೆಲ್ ಗಳಿಗೆ ಆಡ್ ಅಪ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತದೆ, so that the distance between the nucleus and the outermost electron increases such that their atomic size also increases. Since sodium which comes below the lithium atom means atomic size of lithium is less than that of sodium. Sodium na atomic size lithium ginta ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರ್ತದೆ, followed by this beryllium atom. And one more rule is there in a periodic table, that is along the period. Along the period ನಾವು ಅವಾಗಲೇ ಹೇಳಿದ್ವಿ down the group electrons ಒಂದೇ ಶೆಲ್ different shells ಗೆ ಆಡ್ ಆಗೋದ್ರಿಂದ atomic size ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಅಂತ. The same way, while moving along the period, electrons they preferred to enter into the same shells. Same shells ಗೆ add up ಆಗೋದ್ರಿಂದ the force of attraction in between the electrons and the nucleus increases. With the increase in the force of attraction, what happens? Their atomic sizes decreases. Force of attraction ಯಾವ ತರ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಆ ತರ ಅವುಗಳ atomic size reduce ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. That is why size of beryllium is quite smaller than that of lithium. Okay, this is the correct order of atomic size of these molecules, such that sodium will have greater size followed by lithium, it is followed by beryllium. Okay, now we'll come to the rule of Fazan's. Smaller the size of cation, more will be its covalent character. Among these three examples, which cation is possessing a smaller cationic size? Beryllium. Which is having maximum cationic size? Sodium. What will be the question? The correct order of increasing covalent character ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಯಾವುದು ಕಡಿಮೆ ಕೋವಲೆಂಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಐಡೆಂಟಿಫೈ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಹೌದಲ್ವಾ? ಹಿಯರ್ ಸೋಡಿಯಂ atom it is having maximum cationic size among the group such that its covalency is maximum. Covalent character of a sodium chloride molecule is greater than lithium chloride followed by beryllium chloride. This is the correct order of covalent character of the molecules. This could be explained on the basis of Fazan's rule. Elli covalent character anta enter ಆಗ್ತದೆ, you can directly enter into this Fazan's rules. Fazan's rules ಅನ್ನು follow up ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, problem ನ solve ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. Is it clear? Yes. For the question number 6, NaCl, LiCl and BeCl2, that means option 3 will be the correct answer. Okay, next. So which is the next question here? The compound that can work both as oxidizing and reducing agent is. It's simply a direct question, that is compound that can work both as oxidizing and reducing agent is hydrogen peroxide, that is option 2. Hydrogen peroxide that will behave as oxidizing and reducing agent, because with some reagents it can donate the electrons, with some reagents it can accept the electrons. That means this has the tendency to involve in both oxidation process as well as in a reduction process. That is why this hydrogen peroxide molecule which can oxidize the substances or which can reduce the substances also. That is why the oxidizing and reducing agent agi H2O2 behave ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. Is it clear? Yes. Next. So the next question will be, ethanol and methanol are miscible in water is due to. Okay, ನಾವು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೇವೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್ ಅನ್ನ ಅಥವಾ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ನ ಸಾಲ್ಯುಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮಾತಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ನೋ ದ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಬಾಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್. ಓಕೆ, ಒಂದು ಕಾಂಪೌಂಡ್ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಕಾಂಪೌಂಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿಸೋಸಿಯೇಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ದ ಓನ್ಲಿ ರೀಸನ್ ಈಸ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ದೋಸ್ ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್ಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಬಾಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ದೆಮ್ ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ. ಓಕೆ, ಎಥನಾಲ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಮೆಥನಾಲ್ ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ಕಂಟೈನರಲ್ಲಿ ಆಲ್ಕೋಹಾಲನ್ನು ತಗೊಂಡಿರ್ತೀರಿ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, CH3OH it is. Okay, methanol and water ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ, water in between the hydrogen atom and the most electronegative atom. What is the nature of hydrogen bonding? Hydrogen bonding is takes place in between the hydrogen atom and the most electronegative atoms like fluorine, nitrogen and oxygen of same molecule or a different molecule. Okay, ಒಂದು ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಮತ್ತೆ the most electronegative atoms like fluorine, nitrogen and oxygen atoms ಅದೇ ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್ದಾದರೂ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು ಅಥವಾ ಬೇರೆ ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲಿಂದಾದರೂ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಅವುಗಳ ನಡುವಿನ ಅಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಇಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಷನ್ಸನ್ನು ನಾವು ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಬಾಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೇವೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಯಾಕೆ ಆಲ್ಕೋಹಾಲ್ಸನ್ನು ವಾಟ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಅಥವಾ ಆಲ್ಕೋಹಾಲ್ಸ್ಗೆ ವಾಟರ್ ಹಾಕಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಯಾಕೆ ಮಿಸಿಬಲ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ, ವೈ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಗೆಟ್ ಡಿಸೋಸಿಯೇಟೆಡ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಎಂಟೈರ್ಲಿ ಬೇಸ್ಡ್ ಅಪಾನ್ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಬಾಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್. ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಬಾಂಡಿಂಗ್. ಓಕೆ, ಇನ್ನು ಸ್ಪೆಸಿಫಿಕ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೇಳಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಇನ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ದೆಮ್ ದೇರ್ ಈಸ್ an intermolecular hydrogen bonding takes place. This is one molecule, this is another molecule. In between them there is an intermolecular hydrogen bonding will takes place. Okay, that is responsible for the solubility of molecules. Okay, why certain molecules soluble are dissociated in certain molecules ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾಕೆ particular elements particular ಇವುಗಳಲ್ಲೇ ಡಿಸೋಸಿಯೇಟ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಅಂದರೆ just because of the presence of hydrogen bonding. Okay, is it clear? Okay, which is the correct option here? Fourth option is given, hydrogen bonding. Okay, option 4 is the right answer. Because of hydrogen bonding only such dissociations are possible or miscibilities are possible. Okay, next. So what will be the next question? So what kind of hybridization is present in nitrogen atom in molecules? Okay, which is the first option here? This is the first option, and the second one here, CH3, this is the second option, and the third one it is NH2. So these are the three examples given, and they ask that like what kind of hybridization is present on the nitrogen atom, not on the carbon atom. They have been asking the hybridization present on the nitrogen atom. Okay, as I already explained, if in between any two atoms, if there is only a sigma bonds are present means that is sp3 hybridization. Okay, if one single double bond is present means that is sp2 hybridization. ನೋಡಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ನೈಟ್ರೋಜನ್ ಆಟಮಿನ ಮೇಲೆ ಒಂದು ಡಬಲ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಇದೆ, ಎರಡು ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ಸ್ ಇದಾವೆ. ಇಫ್ ದೇರ್ ಈಸ್ ಅ ಡಬಲ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಇಸ್ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ sp2 hybridization. Okay, followed by here on this nitrogen atom we have 3 bonds here. Out of 3 bonds, one will be a sigma bond and 2 will be pi bonds. Okay, 2 pi bonds ಇದೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ what will be the nature of hybridization here? Sorry, what will be the nature of hybridization on particular nitrogen here? It is sp hybridization. ಹೌದಲ್ವಾ? 2 ಡಬಲ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ 2 ಪೈ ಬಾಂಡ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ, ಒಂದು ಸಿಗ್ಮಾ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದು sp, ಒಂದೇ ಪೈ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಅದು sp2, ಯಾವುದೇ ರೀತಿ ಪೈ ಬಾಂಡ್ಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ that is sp3. Okay, here on this particular nitrogen atom it will have 3 single bonds. Here also single bond, single bond, single bond. That means which do not have any double bonded atoms, or double bonds are not possible between it. That is why the bonds present on a nitrogen are all single bonds. That is why the nature of hybridization will be sp3. So which is the correct option here? sp2 sp followed by sp3 hybridization will be the right answer. That means option 3 is given, that is sp2 sp followed by sp3 hybridization. Option 3 is the right answer. Okay, next. So which is the next question? Which of the following pairs has the same bond angle? Okay, ಕೇಳಿದರೆ ಯಾವ pairs of molecules ಗೆ same bond angle ಇರ್ತದೆ ಅಂತ. ಯಾವಾಗ ಇರ್ತದೆ same bond angle? Same hybridization ಇದ್ದಾಗ same bond angle ಇರ್ತದೆ. Lone pair of electrons ನ arrangement ಕಾಮನ್ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಬರ್ತದೆ, ಅಥವಾ lone pair of electrons ಎರಡೂ molecule ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಕೂಡ same bond angle ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ನೋಡೋಣ. Which is the first example here? Ethane CH3 molecule followed by ethylene CH2 double bond CH2 ethylene molecule, followed by second one ethylene and acetylene CH2 double bond CH2 followed by acetylene CH triple bond CH, and the third one is ethylene and benzene CH2 double bond CH2 followed by benzene, at the last one it is acetylene and benzene CH triple bond CH followed by the benzene molecule. Okay, these are the 4 examples that they have given, and they have been asking which of the following pairs has the same bond angle. Same bond angle ಬರಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ hybridization common ಬರಬೇಕು. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ, because of the presence of single bond between all the atoms, the hybridization of carbons will be sp3 and sp3, and they possess bond angle of 109 degree 28 minutes. That is common. Okay, here both the carbon atoms are possessing a single double bond. That means one pi bond is present in between these two atoms. That is why both the carbon atoms which are possessing sp2 hybridization, both are sp2 hybridized carbons are there with a bond angle of 120 degree. sp2 hybridization ಇದ್ರೆ ಎಷ್ಟಿರುತ್ತೆ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಆಂಗಲ್? 120 ವಿತ್ ಟ್ರಿಗನಲ್ ಪ್ಲೇನಾರ್ ಜಾಮಿಟ್ರಿ ಇರ್ತದೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಟೆಟ್ರಾಹೈಡ್ರಲ್ ಜಾಮಿಟ್ರಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಫಾಲೋಡ್ ಬೈ ಹಿಯರ್ ಸೇಮ್ sp2 ನೇ ಬರ್ತದೆ, sp2 with a bond angle 120 degree. Okay, next, this is sp hybridized carbon because in between these two carbon atoms there were 2 pi bonds are present, one sigma bond is present, one sigma and 2 pi bonds are present. That is why their nature of hybridization will be sp and sp, and their bond angle will be 180 degree. Okay, 180 degree ಬರ್ತದೆ. Followed by here also we have ethylene molecule. The nature of hybridization will be sp2 and the bond angle is also common, that is 120. And let us come to the benzene molecule, where all the carbon atoms in a benzene molecule are having double bonds ಇದೆ. alternative double and single bonds ಅನ್ನು ಹೊಂದಿದೆ. conjugated system ಇದು. ಇಲ್ಲಿ all the carbon atom are having sp2 hybridization, ಎಲ್ಲವೂ ಕೂಡ sp2 hybridization ಅನ್ನೇ ಹೊಂದಿರುತ್ತೆ. Okay, because of sp2 hybridization they can exhibit a bond angle of 120 degree. ಅವುಗಳ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಆಂಗಲ್ ಎಷ್ಟಿರ್ತದೆ? 120 ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಅಟ್ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ethane molecule, same sp hybridization, the bond angle is 180 degree. Benzene, it is 120 degree. What is the question? Which of the following pairs has the same bond angle? Same bond angle ಯಾವುದಕ್ಕಿದೆ ನೋಡಿ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆಯಾ? 108 degree, ಇಲ್ಲಿ 120 ಇದೆ, that is wrong. Followed by 120 degree 180 degree ಇದ್ರೆ, that is wrong. Third one is 120 degree and 120 degree, that is right. Okay, which is the correct option here? Third one. That means ethylene molecule and benzene molecule, they will have same bond angle. Okay, option 3 is the correct answer. Okay, next. So the next question, among sodium halides NaF, NaCl, NaBr and NaF. NaF has the highest melting point because of, okay, among NaF, NaCl, NaBr followed by NaI. NaF ಗೆ ಏನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಹೈಯೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮೆಲ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಯಾವುದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಈ ಮೆಲ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್? ಓಕೆ, ಮೆಲ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ರಿಕ್ವೈರ್ಡ್ ಟು ಬ್ರೇಕ್ ದ ಬಾಂಡ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಒಂದು ಬಾಂಡ್ಸನ್ನು ಕರಗಿಸ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಅಥವಾ ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ, ಬ್ರೇಕ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ನೀ ಎಷ್ಟು ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿನ ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡ್ತೀಯಾ. ಓಕೆ, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಮೆಲ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಅಮಾಂಗ್ ದ ಸೋಡಿಯಂ ಹ್ಯಾಲೈಡ್ಸ್ NaF ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ದಿ ಹೈಯೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮೆಲ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ವೈ ದಿಸ್ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಗಾಟ್ ಹೈಯೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮೆಲ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್? ಯಾಕೆ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಯಾವ ಬಾಂಡ್ಸ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಂಗ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೋ ಆ ಬಾಂಡ್ಸ್ನ ಬ್ರೇಕ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಅಪ್ಲೈ ದ ಮೋರ್ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ. ಅಕಾರ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಟು ದೆಮ್ NaF ಇಟ್ ಶುಡ್ ಪೊಸೆಸ್ ಹೈಯೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮೆಲ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ದ ಸೇಮ್ NaF ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್ which is more stronger bond when compared to NaCl, NaBr and NaI. Okay, ಯಾವ ಥರ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತಿದ್ದು? How can we differentiate this? NaF is stronger bond. ಯಾಕೆ NaF ಗೆ ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಂಗ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ? Okay, among covalent bond and ionic bond. Among covalent bond and ionic bond, which is the stronger bond here? ಯಾವುದು ಬಾಂಡ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಂಗ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ? Ionic bonds are always stronger bonds because those ionic bonds are formed by the electrostatic force of attraction between the oppositely charged ions. ಎರಡು ಅಪೋಸಿಟ್ಲಿ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ಡ್ ಅಯಾನ್ಸ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಂಗ್ ಆಗಿ ಬೈಂಡ್ ಆಗಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಅಯಾನಿಕ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದೋರ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಂಗ್ ಫೋರ್ಸಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಟ್ರಾಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್, more amount of energy is required for the breakage of those bonds, ionic bonds. That is why they took more amount of energy. But in case of covalent bond, those covalent bonds are formed in between the non-metals. Non-metals ನಡುವೆ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. The strength of bond when we compare it with ionic bond is less. ಕೋವಲೆಂಟ್ ಕಾಂಪೌಂಡಿನ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇರ್ತದೆ ಅಯಾನಿಕ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ಸನ್ನು ಕಂಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡೋಣ. ಬೈ ಕಂಪೇರಿಂಗ್ ದಿ ಕೋವಲೆಂಟ್ ನೇಚರ್ ಆರ್ ಅಯಾನಿಕ್ ನೇಚರ್, ಯಾವುದನ್ನು ಒಂದನ್ನು ಪ್ರೆಡಿಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಸಿಗ್ತದೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಬೇಸ್ಡ್ ಆನ್ ದಿ ಫಜಾನ್ಸ್ ರೂಲು ನಾವು ಇದರ ಕೋವಲೆಂಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ನ ಪ್ರೆಡಿಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ. ಓಕೆ, ಯಾವ ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್ಗೆ ಕೋವಲೆಂಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರ್ತದೆ, ಕೋವಲೆಂಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇದ್ದರೆ ಆ ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್ನ ಮೆಲ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಓಕೆ, ನೋಡೋಣ. NaF, all these molecules they are having common cation, that is sodium, sodium, sodium. All those molecules will have common cation, but they differed by the anions F, Cl, Br and iodine molecule. Okay, these are the 17th group elements. Okay, down the group, what will be the size of these 17 group elements? Down the group, atomic size will go on increasing. Okay, fluorine has got lesser size than chlorine. This Cl atom has lesser size than followed by Br. Br has got lesser size than iodine atom. That means the atomic size of these atoms which increases down the group. Okay, down the group increase agide. According to Fazan's rule, ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ನಾವು? Anionic size of anionic size larger ಇದ್ರೆ covalent character ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. Among these examples, which anion is having more size? Iodine molecule ಗೆ maximum size ಇದೆ. Maximum size ಇದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇದ್ರ covalent character ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ? ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. Okay, among the series, NaI molecule will have maximum covalent character. CC stands for covalent character. Maximum covalent character is there for sodium iodide molecule, followed by NaBr, followed by NaCl and last NaF. ಇದು ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್ ಕೋವಲೆಂಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ನ ಹೊಂದಿದೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಅಟ್ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಮಿನಿಮಮ್ ಕೋವಲೆಂಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಇದು ಅಯಾನಿಕ್ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ನ ಎಕ್ಸಿಬಿಟ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಅಯಾನಿಕ್ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್. ಕೋವಲೆಂಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರು NaF ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್ಗೆ ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ, ಅಯಾನಿಕ್ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ಲಿ ಎಕ್ಸಿಬಿಟ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಅಯಾನಿಕ್ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಿಬಿಟ್ ಆಗೋದ್ರಿಂದ ದಿಸ್ ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್ ವಿಲ್ ಗೆಟ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಂಗರ್ ಬಾಂಡ್. ಯಾವಾಗ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಂಗ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ, ದಟ್ ರಿಕ್ವೈರ್ಸ್ ಮೋರ್ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಟು ಗೆಟ್ ಬ್ರೋಕನ್. ಓಕೆ, ಅದನ್ನು ಬ್ರೇಕ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್ ರಿಕ್ವೈರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಇನ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಮೆಲ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್. ಸಚ್ ದಟ್ ಅಮಾಂಗ್ ಆಲ್ ದೀಸ್ ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್ಸ್, ದ ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್ ವಿಚ್ ಗಾಟ್ ಹೈಯರ್ ಮೆಲ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಈಸ್ sodium fluoride molecule because of ionic character. Is it clear? Yes. Which is the correct option here? First one, highest oxidizing power. lowest polarity, maximum ionic character and minimum ionic character. Option 3 will be the right answer, that is maximum ionic character. So let us move on to the next question, that is, which one of the following exceeds the octet rule? Okay, octet rule means how many electrons? The molecules should possess 8 electrons. 8 electron ಹೊಂದಿರಬೇಕು, ಅವುಗಳನ್ನು octet rule ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೇವೆ. Among this molecule, first one it is NCl3 molecule. That means it will have 3 bonds now. Each bond will have 2 electrons. 3 bonds ಇದೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ maximum 6 electrons ಆಯಿತು. It is less than 8 electrons. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಳಿರೋದು ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಏನಪ್ಪ, which exceeds octet rule ಅಂತ ಅಂದರೆ the molecule whose numbers are greater than 8 anta. Okay, the first molecule NCl3 whose number of electrons are 6, which is less than 8. This is the wrong answer. Then one PCl3, because of the presence of 3 bonds, here also 6 electrons are present. And the third one it is PCl5. PCl5 means 5 bonds are there. Each bond can have 2 electrons. Total 5 bonds are there, means we will have 10 electrons. That means 10 electrons are there, which is greater than octet. Okay, this is the molecule whose electrons are 10 and which is greater than 8. This molecule exceeds octet rule. Yav molecule? PCl5 molecule. Okay, which is the correct option here? Option 3 will be the correct option. Okay, next. Next one, column 1 describes the nature of bonding and column 2 the solid having that type of bonding. Okay, column 1 that represents the nature of bonding and column 2 that represents the solid type of bonding. Okay, in column 1 they have given van der Waals force. The first one it is van der Waals force and the second one it is ionic, third one metallic and the fourth one it is covalent. Okay, van der Waals forces. What are van der Waals forces? These are the weak molecular interactions. These forces takes place in between the molecules, not between the atoms or ions. Okay, these van der Waals forces are the weak molecular attractive forces. Okay, ಇವುಗಳಲ್ಲಿ molecules ಯಾವುದಿದೆ ನೋಡಿ right option ಅಲ್ಲಿ. Okay, first one it is aluminium, cadmium ಇದೆ, those were 2 metals, and the second option is carbon dioxide and H2, both are molecules here. Okay, van der Waals forces ಅನ್ನು ಯಾವ exhibit ಮಾಡ್ತವೆ? Molecules exhibit ಮಾಡ್ತವೆ, carbon dioxide and H2. In between these 2 molecules there may possibility of existence of van der Waals force. Okay, carbon dioxide followed by hydrogen molecule. Okay, next, what about ionic? Ionic bonds are formed between the ionic molecules or ionic compounds or charges, positively and negatively charges. Okay, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ option ಯಾವುದಿದೆ ನೋಡಿ, aluminium, cadmium ಇದೆ, that is wrong. Second one is already completed. Third one silicon and diamond, both are non-metals, that is not possible. And the fourth one it is magnesium oxide and NaCl, both are ionic compounds. In between them, okay, there is a nature of bond will be ionic because those compounds are formed by the magnesium oxide followed by NaCl. Okay, ಯಾವ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಅಥವಾ ಯಾವ ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲು ಮೆಟಲ್ ಅಂಡ್ ನಾನ್ ಮೆಟಲಿನ ಮಧ್ಯೆ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಮೆಟಲ್ ಅಂಡ್ ನಾನ್ ಮೆಟಲ್, that is always an ionic bond. Okay, the same bond if it is takes place in between 2 non-metals ಅನ್ನೋದಾದರೆ silicon and diamond, both are non-metals and the nature of bond between them is covalent bond. If the bond takes place between cation and anion ಆದರೆ that is ionic. In between 2 non-metals ಆದರೆ that is covalent. In between 2 metals ಆದರೆ that is metallic, that is aluminium, cadmium. So which is the right option here? For option A, B is the right answer. Option B, fourth is the right option. Then option C, metallic, 1 is the right option. So option D, 3 will be the right option. So in total we have second option will be the right option. Second option is the right option. The next question. the shape of ethylene molecule is? The shape of ethylene molecule is, as I already explained, shape of the molecules which entirely depends upon the nature of hybridization followed by the electrons present as a lone pairs. Okay, here because of the double bonded present in between the two atoms, the nature of hybridization will be sp2, and these two carbon atoms which do not have any lone pair of electrons, and because of its sp2 hybridization, their nature of hybridization will be trigonal planar hybridization. Trigonal planar hybridization, which is the right option here? First is square planar, and the second one is furon, and the third one is trigonal planar, and the fourth one is tetrahedral. Okay, third option will be the right option for this question. In ethylene molecule, these two carbon atoms are existed with a trigonal planar geometry. Okay, next. So the next question will be, among the bonds formed by the chlorine atom with the atoms of hydrogen, chlorine, sodium and carbon, the strongest bond is formed between. Okay, ನಾನು ಅವಾಗಲೇ ಹೇಳಿದೆ, in between the any two atoms, HCl, NaCl, Cl and Cl and CCl, these are the four bonds. If any bond is present in between a metal and a non-metal, ಯಾವ ಬಾಂಡು ಮೆಟಲ್ ಮತ್ತು ನಾನ್ ಮೆಟಲ್ ನಡುವೆ ಆಗಿರ್ತದೆ ಅದು ಅಯಾನಿಕ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, and that will become the most strong bond ever. If the bond is takes place in between the metal, two metals ಆದರೆ ಅದು ಮೆಟಾಲಿಕ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. If the same bond is formed between two non-metals ಆದರೆ ಅದು ಕೋವಲೆಂಟ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. Among all the four examples, sodium chloride molecule will formed by the combination of metal and non-metal. Here sodium atom is the metal and Cl atom will be the non-metal, because that is why it can form a strong ionic bond here. ಯಾವಾಗ ionic bond formation ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಆಗ ಆ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಂತ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಂಗ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ, that can form a strongest ionic bond. ಯಾಕೆ HCl ಆಗಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ the combining atoms both are non-metals. Cl also both are non-metals. In CCl also both are non-metals. Okay, by the combination of non-metals we results covalent bond only. Okay, covalent bond strength when it compare with ionic bond, it is less in energy compared with ionic bond. Strength of ionic bond is stronger than covalent bond, which is the right option here, option 3. That means NaCl molecule is the strongest bond among these four molecules. Okay, next. How many sigma and pi bonds are present in SO4 minus 2 molecule? Okay, before going to identify the number of sigma and pi bonds in a molecule, first we have to know how to write the structure of the molecule. Okay, this will be the structure of SO4 minus 2 molecules. This could be written on the basis of Lewis and Kosel's structure. Okay, ಅಲ್ಲಿ total number of valence electrons ಅನ್ನು count ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ಟು ಅದರ ಆಧಾರದ ಮೇಲೆ we can predict the shape or structure of the molecule. Okay, this will be the structure of SO4 minus 2 molecule. By using this we can easily predict how many sigma bonds and how many pi bonds are present in this SO4 minus 2 molecule. Okay, here in between any two atoms two bonds are present idre, one bond will be sigma bond, another will be pi. Here also two bonds are present, one will be sigma, another will be pi. In between these two one bond is there, that is sigma. In between these two atoms only one bond is there, that is also sigma. Then in this particular molecule how many sigma bonds are there? Here 4 sigma bonds are present, followed by how many pi bonds are there? 2 pi bonds are present. Okay, which option is correct here? The first option, that is in this particular molecule 4 sigma bonds are present and 2 pi bonds are present. First option will be the correct option. Okay, then next question. If the electron pair forming a bond between two atoms A and B is not in the center, then the bond is. Okay, A and B ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಎರಡು ಬಾಂಡ್ ಇದೆ, ಅವುಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಡೆನ್ಸಿಟಿ ವಿಚ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಸೆಂಟರ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಯಾವಾಗ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಡೆನ್ಸಿಟಿ ಸೆಂಟ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಇರಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ ಯಾವ ಆಟಮ್ಸ್ ಕಂಬೈನ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತಾವಲ್ಲ ಆ ಆಟಮ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಆಟಮ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರೋನೆಗೆಟಿವಿಟಿ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ದ ಕಂಬೈನಿಂಗ್ ಆಟಮ್ಸ್ should have differ in their electronegativities, then only the transfer of electrons takes place from any one of the atom. Most electronegative atom ಯಾವ ಕಡೆ ಇರ್ತದೆ ಆ ಕಡೆ transfer of electrons ಆಗ್ತದೆ. Okay, if you take an example of HCl molecule, HCl molecule ಅನ್ನು ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ. Here hydrogen atom is less electronegative than Cl atom, right? So because of its higher electronegative power, it tends to pull the electron density from hydrogen atom such that the movement of electrons takes place from hydrogen to chlorine atom, and the generation of charges also takes place here, partial positive and partial negative charges. Okay, due to the generation of this partial and negative characters, it results in the formation of, and the nature of the bond will be polar covalent bond anta karitare. Polar covalent bond. ಓಕೆ, ಯಾವಾಗ ಇನ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ದ ಎನಿ ಟು ಆಟಮ್ಸ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಡೆನ್ಸಿಟಿ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ದೇರ್ ಇನ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ದೇರ್ ಇಂಟರ್ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಸ್ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ದಟ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಈಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಡ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ದ ಸೇಮ್ ಆಟಮ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ. ಇಫ್ ದ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಈಸ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಡ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ಸೇಮ್ ಆಟಮ್ಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ H2 ಈ ಥರ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಆಗಿತ್ತು ಅಂತಂದರೆ ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ನೋ ಪಾಸಿಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಆಫ್ ಮೂವ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಟುವರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಐದರ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಆಟಮ್. ಇಟ್ ರಿಮೇನ್ಸ್ ಆಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಸೇಮ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರೋನೆಗೆಟಿವಿಟಿ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್. ಬಟ್ if the same bond is formed between the atoms with electronegativity differences, then there may be a chances of movement of electrons towards the most electronegative atom, followed by the generation of charges takes place, partial charges, and the nature of bond will be polar covalent bond. Okay, which is the correct option here? If the electron pair forming a bond between two atoms A and B is not in the center, means then that bond is always a polar covalent bond. That is option 2 will be the correct option. Okay, next. Next question, it is regarding the hybridization. So regarding the hybridization, the correct statement is, okay, in order to solve this question, you need to know about the postulates of hybridization. It explains that the first one, it is orbitals of different atoms hybridize. That is wrong statement, because orbitals of a central atom only involved in the process of hybridization. Okay, ಒಂದು ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರತಕ್ಕಂತ ಎಲ್ಲಾ atoms hybridize ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. The only atom involved in a hybridization is the central atom, not the terminal atoms. So the first statement is wrong. Second one, the angle between any two hybrid orbitals is not same. That is also wrong statement, because if we consider sp2 hybrid orbitals ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, sp2 hybrid orbitals ಎಷ್ಟಿರುತ್ತೆ? 3 ಇರುತ್ತೆ. All those were arranged in a trigonal planar manner. sp2 hybrid orbitals 3 ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಅವುಗಳ ಅರೇಂಜ್ಮೆಂಟು ಯಾವ ಆ್ಯಂಗಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ? ಎಲ್ಲ ಆ್ಯಂಗಲ್ಗಳು 120 ಡಿಗ್ರಿನೇ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಇಫ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಇನ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ಎನಿ hybrid orbitals, their bond angle will be 120 degree. There is no change in the bond angle between the hybrid orbitals. But what they have given here, the angle between the any two hybrid orbitals is not same ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದರೆ, that is wrong. Angle between any two hybrid orbital is always the same. So second statement is also the wrong statement. And the fourth one, only electrons undergo hybridization and not the orbitals ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. Only electrons undergoes hybridization ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. That is wrong. Orbitals also, s orbital, p orbital, both the orbitals can involved in a process of hybridization. Okay, along with the electrons, orbitals also involved in the process of hybridization. Since fourth option is also wrong, and we left with one more option, that is third one, hybrid orbitals always forms a sigma bond. That is exactly correct, because the formation of hybrid orbitals, these three hybrid orbitals ಇದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ they can form only the sigma bonds. ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ hybrid orbitals they can form only the sigma bonds, followed by the unhybridized orbitals, that means unhybridized p orbitals, they tends to form a pi bonds. Okay, ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ hybridized ಆಗಿರತಕ್ಕಂತ ಸಿಗ್ಮಾ ಬಾಂಡ್ಸ್ ಅಥವಾ ಹೈಬ್ರಿಡ್ ಆರ್ಬಿಟಲ್ಸ್ ಸಿಗ್ಮಾ ಬಾಂಡ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಮಾತ್ರ ಜನರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತವೆ, ಅನ್ಹೈಬ್ರಿಡೈಸ್ಡ್ ಆರ್ಬಿಟಲ್ಸ್ ಮಾತ್ರ ಪೈ ಬಾಂಡ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಜನರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ವಿಚ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ರೈಟ್ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಹಿಯರ್? Option 3 will be the right option, that is hybrid orbitals always form a sigma bonds. Okay, third option. Then the next one, in which of the following species is the underlined carbon having sp3 hybridization? Okay, the first CH3, C double bond O, OH, underlined carbon atom is this. And the second one, CH3, CH2OH, followed by CH3, C double bond O, CH3, and the last one it is CH2 double bond CH, single bond CH3. ನೋಡಿ ಏನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಇನ್ ವಿಚ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಫಾಲೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಸ್ಪೀಶೀಸ್ ದ ಅಂಡರ್ಲೈನ್ಡ್ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ sp3 ಹೈಬ್ರಿಡೈಸೇಷನ್, ಯಾವ ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಆಟಮ್ sp3 ಹೈಬ್ರಿಡೈಸೇಷನ್ ಅನ್ನು ಎಕ್ಸಿಬಿಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ. ನಾವು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೇವೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಅನ್ನು ನೀವು ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಅಥವಾ ಯಾವುದೇ ಆಟಮ್ ಅನ್ನು ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಅದು ಎಲ್ಲ ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನೇ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಸಿಗ್ಮಾ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಅಥವಾ sp3 ಹೈಬ್ರಿಡೈಸ್ಡ್ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಅಥವಾ sp3 ಹೈಬ್ರಿಡೈಸ್ಡ್ ಆಟಮ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೇವೆ. ಹಿಯರ್ this carbon atom, it is having 1 sigma, 2 sigma, 3 sigma, but 1 pi is also there na. 1 pi 3 sigma is present means the carbon atom will have sp2 hybridization, no doubt here. And here carbon atom, it can form CH, H, H. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 sigma, 2 sigma, 4 sigma, 3 sigma and 4 sigma. This carbon atom can form 4 sigma bonds. It is involved in the formation of 4 sigma bonds and no, there is no formation of pi bonds here. The nature of hybridization will be sp3. So which is the correct option? Second will be the correct option. Houdalva? Then this carbon atom again 2 sigma, 3 sigma and 1 pi. Andra idu kuda sp2 hybridization, followed by here this carbon atom will have 1 sigma, 2 sigma and 3 sigma and 1 pi. This is also having sp2 hybridization. The only carbon atom in these particular molecules with sp3 hybridization, here it is option 2 carbon atom, that is CH2 CH2OH. Okay, in this particular molecule this carbon atom should have sp3 hybridization. That means option 2 will be the right option. Okay, next. Next question. Molecular shapes of SF4, CF4 and XeF4 are SF4, CF4 and XeF4 are. How can we calculate their molecular shapes? ನಾವು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೇವೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್ಗೆ ಶೇಪ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೈನ್ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ we have to know its hybridization, we have to know its the number of lone pair of electrons. ಇವೆರಡೂ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ಗಳು ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಆ ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್ ಅನ್ನ ಶೇಪ್ ಅನ್ನು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೈನ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಇಲ್ಲ. Okay, so that first we have to identify the hybridization and followed by the number of lone pairs present in the particular molecule. SF4. Okay, we can directly calculate the lone pair of electrons and hybridization here. ನೋಡಿ ಹೇಗೆ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದು, ನೀವು ಮೈಂಡಲ್ಲೇ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. x is equal to half into v plus m. ಇಲ್ಲಿ v ಅಂದರೆ ಸೆಂಟ್ರಲ್ ಆಟಮ್ ಸಲ್ಫರ್ ಇದೆ, ಸಲ್ಫರ್ ಆಟಮಿನ ವೇಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ 6 ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಫಾಲೋಡ್ ಬೈ ಮೋನೋವ್ಯಾಲೆಂಟ್ ಆಟಮ್ಸ್ ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ ಆಗಿರೋದು 4 ಇದೆ, ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಬೈ 2, 6 plus 4 10 by 2 is 5. ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಆಫ್ x is 5 ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ sp3 d2 hybridization. It is clear. Followed by this CF4, central atom is carbon here, central atom carbon will have 4 valence electrons plus 4 monovalent atoms divided by 2. Okay, ಏನಾಯ್ತು 4 plus 4, 8 by 2 means 4. If value of x is 4 means that is having sp3 hybridization. And the last one it is XeF4. Xenon will be the central atom here. Xenon being 18th group elements. Number of valence electrons present here are 8 plus 4 monovalent atoms divided by 2, that is 12 by 2 means that is sp3 d2 hybridization. Now all the hybridizations were predicted, followed by the number of lone pair of electrons. How can we calculate the number of electrons, lone pair of electrons? Lone pairs will be calculated by using x minus terminal atoms alva. TA stands for terminal atoms. Here x value ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆಪ್ಪ 5 minus terminal atoms ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ 4, it is equal to 1. ಅಂದರೆ lone pair of electrons ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ 1 lone pair ಇದೆ, followed by CF4 value of x will be 4 minus number of atoms, terminal atoms attached will be 4 minus 4 0. CF4 ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸೆಂಟ್ರಲ್ ಆಟಮ್ ನ ಮೇಲೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ಲೋನ್ ಪೇರ್ಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ. SF4 ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸೆಂಟ್ರಲ್ ಆಟಮ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಒಂದು ಲೋನ್ ಪೇರ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ. ಫಾಲೋಡ್ ಬೈ XeF4 the value of x will be 6 ಅಲ್ವಾ, ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಆಫ್ x 6 ಇದೆ. 6 ಮೈನಸ್ 4 ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಟರ್ಮಿನಲ್ ಆಟಮ್ಸ್ 4 ಇದೆ. 6 ಮೈನಸ್ 4 is equal to 2 ಲೋನ್ ಪೇರ್ಸ್. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇನ್ xenon tetrafluoride it consists of 4 bond pairs followed by 2 lone pair of electrons na hondide anta. Okay, then with respect to these calculations, what will be the options given? Molecular shapes of SF4, CF4 and XeF4 are the same with 0, 2, 1 lone pair of electrons respectively. Is the molecular shapes of all these examples is common here? No, will nodi SF4 sp3d with 1 lone pair ಇದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಶೇಪ್ ಏನಿರ್ತದೆ, ಸೀಸಾ ಶೇಪ್ ಅನ್ನು ಹೊಂದಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಇದು ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ ಸೀಸಾ ಶೇಪ್. sp3 with 0 lone pair ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ ಟೆಟ್ರಾಹೆಡ್ರಲ್ ಶೇಪ್. sp3d2 with 2 lone pairs ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಪ್ಲೇನಾರ್ ಶೇಪ್. Is the shapes of all the molecules is the same here? No, shapes of all the molecules are different with how many lone pairs? First one it is having 1 lone pair, second one it is having 0 lone pair, and the third one is having 2 lone pairs. Which is the correct option here? Option 4th will be the correct option, that is the shapes of all the molecules are different with 1 lone pair, 0 lone pair and 2 lone pairs respectively. So which is the right option here? 4th option will be the right option here. Okay, and the remaining questions that will be discussed it in the next class. Okay.